Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I decided to try a different type of microphone today, so hopefully you guys can actually hear me better. I know I have a very soft voice and it's been very hard to find a microphone that picks up very well, so fingers crossed. I just wanted to do a quick completed pages and WIPS video for you. I think the last one I did was a year-end review, so I haven't showed anything for the past several months. I haven't been able to work on much, but I have been quietly working on some things. First up is a WIP that I have in Fantasy Season. This is a very lovely Japanese coloring book that is just so cute. And this is the WIP that I've started. I started it during spring break when I went out of town with my kids. At the place that we were staying, I would color after we did all of our things for the day and they were in bed. I would get in, get all cozy and just color. Anyways, so these are, let me think, what pencils are they? It's a different pencil set. They are the Rembrandt Polycolor pencils that I used on the dragon and on the water. And then I've used my Artex acrylic markers for this striped background just because I really wanted it to pop. And I think so far it is really cute. I'm excited to get that one finished. Once I do, I will finally have a page completed in this book. Another WIP that I just started last week is in this coloring book. I can't remember the name. I did get it off of Etsy on E12 Books. I think it's her shop. I cannot remember the name of this character, but this book is really cute and it has an artist's version on one side and then the side for you to color. So this obviously is a lot more muted than the version that I'm doing. I'm hoping to finish this one this month. This one I was using some different Derwent pencils. I think a mix of the Color Soft and the Chroma Flow. So this paper is so creamy, so those pencils are just going on really nicely. I think this one I have a WIP and a completed page. So this is 100 Magical Worlds by Coloring Book Cafe, and it's a really cute book. I don't remember if I showed this in my last finished pages video, so I'm going to err on the side of caution and show it again. It's mixed media, so I have acrylic marker for the background, this red, and then I think alcohol marker for basing things, and then I shaded over just with some color pencils. I can't even remember what color pencils I used, unfortunately. And then I thought I had a WIP in here as well, but maybe it was just that page. I don't know why it was sitting in my WIP pile if there's no WIP. Huh. Well, that's a completed page. I have a page from Forest Girl. This is the second one that she's done. It's the only one that has this type of paper in it. The other ones are smaller and have different tooth of paper. Let's see, what page should I do? Oh, I did this one. So this one I was playing with my, what are they called? Sorry. They are a watercolor brush pen. It's Faber-Castell watercolor brush pens that I played with, and then I think in some areas I went over also just with some regular watercolor, like the background, because I wanted stuff to pop a little bit more. I think that her clothes turned out really nicely, and this tile was really fun to work on. So that was good. The paper took it really well because I would put color on with the watercolor marker, and then I had a wet paintbrush that I would blend it out with. So it seemed to work well for this. I'm excited to play with them a little bit more. I'm gonna see what I can do. I also think her hair turned out really nicely. So that is in Forest Girl. And then I also completed a page in Mouse Guard coloring book by David Peterson. I love this book. Someday it will be completely finished. Is it this one that Yes, it's this page that I did. This one was really fun to work on. I really enjoy using Derwent ink tints in this book in particular, just because I think it marries well with the type of line art. So I used Derwent ink tints for the blues and some of these greens, like this green and the green in the lily pad, and on the frog. And then this stuff is, I think, Derwent color pencils, the Scholar ones. And then I went over with Arteza white gel pen and did all of these white swirls, which if I pull it closer you can see it a little bit better. So there's that. And I just love this book so much. So, alright, so next up I have just a really simple page that I colored when I was coloring with my kids. I wanted to play with my Artex acrylic markers, and I had this PDF printed up that I bought off of Etsy, and I just wanted something really simple and easy to color. It just kind of helps me when I'm feeling really anxious and I want to color something, but I don't feel as committed to something really detailed. So that was really fun to work on. And then I have a picture in Flora. Oh, that one! I was trying to figure out the other day which picture I had completed in here. I thought it was a different one. Maybe I'm thinking of a totally different book. But I completely forgot that I worked on this page. I also worked on this one during spring break and during my lunch break at work. So I really love the color scheme. I love the flowers with that dark green in the background. And I based the flowers with just water-based marker, and then I shaded over the top with the Pablo pencils that I have, because that was the set that I brought with me on spring break. And then I think I also did her skin with that as well, because I mostly do my skin with polychromos, but I didn't have my polychromos, and I've wanted to practice doing skin tones with other pencils so that I can start doing more. I want to start doing tutorials again, and I want to do some where I show how to do skin with different pencils. So I've got to practice before I can teach it. I love how her hair turned out. I was a little on the fence about her hair at first, and then I added some warmer colors to it, and I think it helped just kind of make her more cohesive with the picture. The dark green is an Artex acrylic marker, and I just thought that would really help the flowers pop off of the page. So that is in Flora by Maria Troll. And then I have a picture in Matchstick Mouse. This is the floral coloring book. I have a couple actually in here. And if you watched my recent coloring book collection video, you will have seen these already. But I saw on Facebook, on one of my suggested posts, notifications, somebody had tried an embroidery effect in one of their coloring books, and I thought that was a really fun idea. So I did a water marker base, and then I went over with fine liners to make it look like it was embroidered. I think the background really especially works with that, and then I tried to add like this texture to make the bush look like it was knotted, and so that was really fun. And then I had so much fun with it that I wanted to take another go at it. You can't see really well on the roses on this one, but the background I think turned out really nicely. So that was kind of fun to do. And this is my most recent finished coloring page. It is from Southern Lotus Fantasyland Coloring Book of Magical Little Friends. And this is the page. I posted it on my Instagram and YouTube as a potential color along if anybody wanted to join in coloring this page. I need to check to see if anybody did. I've just been really busy, so I haven't been on, social media for this channel. Oh, excuse me, sorry. It was really fun to work on. I wanted to kind of push myself and add additional textures and details because the pictures are so simple. I wanted to see if I could kind of add my own creative flavor. So I did a water marker base, and then I went over with a darker marker and I made it look like this little elephant had been knit. And then I shaded with some, I think, Derwent pencils. And then I used just a water-based marker to do the dots on the hill and the grass texture. And, it is an alcohol marker base, sorry. Alcohol marker base, and then I went over this with water-based marker for the texture. Also for the texture on the grass. And then I used my pearlescent pen pastels to do the sun or the sky in the background. I love using this pastel set for that. It works very nicely. It just makes it look so serene. So that is that finished page. And then the last time I did a completed pages video, I could not find one of the books that I had worked on, and then I found it later. So, I totally forgot I even did this page. So this is just a really simple page that I did where I added pearlescent watercolor, and I had like mixed different colors in the background so that it would kind of just have this ice wintry type feel. And then I went over all of the dark lines with Arteza white gel pen. So that one is nice and shimmery. And then the other page that I finished in here, or postcard I suppose, is this one right here. I think this one turned out really pretty. I had a limited color palette with this. I only had, I think, a 24 set pencil, or maybe 36. I can't remember. But I just had a lot of fun working on it. I thought this base turned out really nicely, and the house. And then once I got all of that colored, I went over in the background with the Artex acrylic markers, and there was a kind of a metallic-y one, so I thought that would lend to wintry, Christmassy type feel. And then a semi-recent finished coloring page is in this book by Dada Mao, which I have a coloring book collection video that I just did, and I could not remember their name. But now I do. Just funny how that works. So the page that I did is somewhere in this book. Oh, this is one that my 5-year-old was working on. Oh gosh, he wanted to color with me. So I usually don't let my kids color in my coloring books, but I made an exception for this one. So this is what he has colored so far. He is a very good colorist for his age. And then this is the page that I completed. I wanted to play with how to do hair in kind of different ways, how to do dark hair especially. So this one I did blue undertones, and then I went over with dark brown. And then this one I did black undertones, and I went over with blue for more of the highlights. So I think both of them turned out well. I like the highlights in both of their hair. And, I just kept it kind of simple, and like the background is really light, but that was fun to work on. I had a limited pencil set with that one as well. And then the last completed, just one moment. Okay, so the last page that I have to show you, and I think this is the book that I was I thought that I had a different picture in earlier. It is this page right here. It is this cute little dragon on this, it's probably mulberries or something. That's what it reminds me of, but these are too fine for that. So I don't know what kind of plant it is. I could probably find out. But I just thought it was cute how it's just like looking at the moon, and I love just how vibrant the colors are. Yeah, so this one was fun. I think I used Derwent ink tints for everything, and then I went over with Arteza white gel pen to just add some white detailing to these purple parts of the plant. So that, and there is another completed page and WIP that I have, but I just realized that book is in my car, and it's just going to be too much effort to go grab it. So I will show that in my next video. I would love to know what your favorite page from this video was. I always, like hearing that feedback. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!